Hey y'all, so I am here to just reintroduce myself. Got to do that from time to time as I am here daily, and sometimes I have new followers, or sometimes you may not have seen an introduction that I've done before. And I evolve and I grow every single day. So I must sit here and reintroduce myself. So this is my page, as you see, life coach. I am Bernadette Henry. I am just so many things to so many different people. I don't like to put myself in the box, but this is mainly what you will see. So I am a life coach for moms. I am a jump rope instructor. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a case manager. I'm a speaker. I'm going to put that out there. I'm an author. I'm going to put that out there. It's just so many great, wonderful things that I aspire to be. A life coach, I work with different categories of busy working mom. So, busy working mom is the umbrella. Right now, my focus is autism because I am an autism mom. I have two children that are on the autism spectrum, and I find that there's a lot of denial, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of shame, there's a lot of stigma around autism, and especially in the Black community, African American community, whichever way you want to put it. But I just want to bring awareness, and I want to help someone help their child, because at the end of the day, it's important. And I know that it can be a struggle, because when we have children, we aspire to have children that are quote unquote normal. We don't foresee anything happening, nor do we want to really see anything happen. So a lot of times a mom may find out that her child is autistic, and she go through these emotions of anger, of denial, of guilt, of grief. And no one could say that they didn't go through it, because we go through it. And thinking back to when I first heard my oldest son, my older, because I have three, two of them are on the spectrum. So when the older one was kind of going through his phases, I really didn't have the time to kind of see the phases that I went through. But now, like, looking back at, like, you know how Facebook have memories, and I can see different things that I posted, or just kind of thinking back to my process, I can see how I went through those phases. And now my son is older, and looking at different areas, I can still see now where, I still go through those things, but it's not as bad. And when you do finally hear it, a lot of times you're so busy trying to do what you can for your child that you don't have the time to process what's really going on internally with you, mom, because we go through it. And not only do we have to process our own feelings and emotions, but then, the spouse or the father of the child or your family, your friends, your job, like, it's like this now affects almost every other area of your life. Because say for instance, you don't know, so your child is not in the right school, the school's calling you every day, your child is hitting us, your child is biting us, your child is knocking himself on the floor. And these are kind of things I went through every day. Like, I'm surprised I was able to keep my job, because they was calling me every day, like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, mom, it's important that you get that support that you need, while helping your child. And I know recently I've been doing a lot of talk about high functioning autism and how I don't like it. I just really don't like it. So there's autism 1, 2, 3, and it talks about the severities of autism, and some children or some people have severe autism and some are considered high functioning. And basically the main difference between the two is intellectual level. Like, high functioning autism means the child is like highly intelligent, but it doesn't like really cover their level of functioning. So even me, like, and this is like really recent, I was so caught up that my son was, he's high functioning, he don't need this service, he don't need that service, he don't need to be around those other kids, he don't need this. And for 4 or 5 years, my son could have been getting a lot of these services that they offer in New York City, but because my mind frame was messed up, that's a form of denial. Autism is autism. And really not to say that I was in denial, because I'm not in denial about my son's diagnosis. Like, I was able to do everything I needed to do, got him in an appropriate school with the appropriate services. But my thing was, okay, he doesn't need anything outside of what he's doing in school. So, because I was able to kind of manage his symptoms at home, they weren't really as bad. But there's like little things like tying a shoe, that can frustrate him, or if I change something in the schedule of the day, or now that I have my toddler, it's really, really hard trying to reason with him and then put him in the middle. Oh my gosh. It's bananas. So, and now I'm seeing more of the meltdowns. Now I'm seeing more of the behaviors. My son is threatening me. He's screaming at me. So now it's just a whole nother level. So Autism Moms is the first group of moms. The second group of moms are moms who have been through a lot of different things, in the past. Not as a therapist, but they went through a lot of things. And because they haven't really received help for those things, they're suffering from a lack of self-confidence, or you look at the different things in your life that you've been through that society may call you bad things for, and you kind of let that cloud your judgment, and you feel you're not good enough, and you feel you're not worthy of being somebody great. Like, look at my life. Like, I have 3 children, 3 different fathers, okay? I have a history of smoking cigarettes, chronic. I was a pothead, y'all. Used to drink every day. Like, so many different things, was just so many things in my life that I've had to deal with, and a few of the things that I previously named, like, that can be detrimental to some people, and that's only touching the surface. That's not even really going deep into the other things, that I had to deal with in my life. But I had to do a lot of self-work, I tried to take myself out one time already, but I took myself to the hospital. But just goes to show you that sometimes if you don't get things right up here, you're never going to move on to the next level. So you got to deal with it. And then the next group of moms I work with is stress moms. Like, we have to, stress is a part of life. Stress is always a part of life, but it's just how we manage it. Like, you see all of these moms on the news doing these detrimental things to their children because they're stressed. They can't handle it. And you need an outlet. So I'm still working on the services that I'm offering, so I'm still working on how I'm going to help the other 2 groups of moms. I already have, what I'm offering for my autism moms. So I just wanted to let you know that that's kind of me in a nutshell. And what I do, and that's that. So if you have any questions, anytime you have questions, or anytime you want to respond back to anything that you see here, in this video, always reach out. Always ask me a question. That's what I'm here for. Ask. The only way I'm going to be able to help you, because yes, I'm using my life, my examples, my stories to help you. This is not for me because I just want to be on the front center stage. I really want to help you. Like, really.